Do you think I can be a mannequin though? I have hair. So if you have been on YouTube searching for the best training head that is of African descent that you can find, these are the two you will see. You will see the afro hair. This hair is this hair. But if you are confused, don't be like me and go get the two of them, because I am going to be telling you the difference between both of them, just to compare both of them so that you can know what to get. So if you want to see where I reviewed this hair, I washed, shampooed, I blow dry it, and this is what it looks like now, and this is how I use it to work. But you can also leave it in this state. Just watch that review. Like, I have individual review for both of them, so you can watch that to make up your mind. Let's start off. First of all, does it shed? I think this one shed a little bit more than this. Okay, when you go to get this hair, I am going to insert what they look like on the website so that you will understand. This one is advertised as an afro mannequin hair. Like, I've shown you what it looks like. You would literally think it is like a 4C hair, like a type 4 coily type of hair. This is this mannequin, and this one is advertised like a black person's hair, but maybe like a relaxed, a kind of retouched natural hair from the look, or like a natural hair that was blown out. Let's say that. So guys, just for clarity purpose, I am going to be referring to this one as the afro hair and this one as the blown out hair. So let's compare the afro and the blown out. So first, I have a list here because I knew questions I had when I wanted to purchase it, and some of the questions I had were, does it shed? Is the hair going to just fall off the mannequin? So what I can tell you first off is that these two are the best options out there. I watched several YouTube videos of people that unboxed and reviewed their afro mannequin hair or African type of mannequin hair, and I can tell you that these two are the best options. Like braiders that I admire, like Glam Hair, Pana, Vanity, like those people that do tutorial on mannequin head, they use either one of these, either the afro one or the blown out African hair. So I just decided to get both of them because I sell things, so I can just sell off the one that I don't prefer, but we'll know as we go along. So I was curious to know if they shed. You can watch those videos individually to see how much hair shed when I washed, shampooed the hair, and I can say this one shed a little bit more, but none of them were bad. Seriously, I cannot complain about the shedding. It was almost negligible, both of them, but this one shed a little bit more. Then did they tangle? None of them tangled. Like, this baby surprised me when I wet this head. You need to watch that review. It became like a type 3 type of natural hair, sweet coil, just sweet coils, no tangles whatsoever. It's even tangling now, not tangling, but it's a little bit matted. Like, this is how it comes in the packet. This is how it comes in the pack. So I was impressed with this hair. Really, you can get waves, that kind of afro type of kinky wave. If you want a hair with a kinky texture, of course you would want to get this. And do not go ahead and blow dry it the way I did, because I don't know if I can easily get back that coil, and I don't know if I wet it to get back to that state. I do not know. I am not interested in coiling it back because I use it to braid. So this one, does it tangle? No, none of them tangle, but the coils of this one was popping more. What about the length? Of course this one is longer, so it depends on what you want to use your training head for. If you're going to be making like the style I'm going to make on this hair now, I've always wanted to make like a heart bun hairstyle, but I couldn't do it on this one because, as you can see, This is all I have. You can't make that kind of hairstyle without adding something to the hair, but with this one you can't. So I am going to proceed to make that style on this hair. What about the density of the hair? I can just say they have equal density, sincerely, because the hairs are both full, like full enough. It's just like a human that has a healthy hair. Both of them are full. Quality for money. Expensive. I'm going to put the prices of both of them here. I have them on my Amazon shop, so if you want to get any of them, you can just click on the link to get it, but I will be putting it up here so that you can see their prices. Then, does it smell? In the review of this head, this blown out hair, I saw maybe like 2-3 people out of thousands that say that they saw those whitish empty shell, empty egg type of thing, and they said it was the eggs of lice. So I was very watchful when I got the hair, but guys, if you watch the review I made, I did not notice any lice. The hair was clean. Did it smell? If you watch that review again, no, none of them smelled. How do they coil? So when I reviewed this hair, I didn't flat iron it. I just blew out the hair and I didn't coil it, and then I later just carelessly made a coil here and it coiled. High temperature, it coiled. I did the same thing with this one, it coiled. I can either insert the clip here, but if you want more detailed, if you need detailed information about any of them, you should watch the individual review that I did. Then the size of the head, this was something like, guys, most of the mannequins that I have been able to use in the past that suck, their heads were small, and I do not know what it is with those people and their small head. But as you can see, lift up your face. This is Nkechi, by the way. She's my old baby, and this is, I've not made her hair before. She doesn't have a name yet, so you can see the size of their heads compared to mine. We are good. The size of their head is fine. It's fine. The size of their head is fine. Then, can you color both of the hairstyles in their reviews? Yes, you can dye the hair. I saw people that made videos of, like, in the reviews of, especially this one, I didn't really check so well for this one. Like, this lady dyed, I am going to insert pictures. She dyed part of the hair blonde and then brown and coiled it, and the coils were beautiful. You can see my careless coiling because I used the flat iron to coil it a little, and that flat iron is crap actually, it's just crappy, but you can see that it coils, and if you take your time you can get good coils out of it. And I think the same thing goes for this. Then what about like the porosity? Because one huge difference I noticed in this hair is the porosity of the hair. Like, if I dip this hair in water, it is going to, after a shorter time, just soak in the water, and their textures are different in terms of the porosity. But this one, like when I was washing it, I don't think it really actually sincerely soaked up water. If this hair is natural hair, it is not, even though it looks like an African hair, the porosity doesn't feel, maybe, yeah, there are people that have very, very low porosity hairs, but that is what this hair feels like it didn't really, it did soak up the water until after a long time, and yet it was just little. But this hair, if I spray water on this hair, it is going to soak it up. Like, this is closer to a black person's hair than this one. Just let's say the type of hair I am used to. I am not used to the hair of, like, a lot of my clients. I am not used to black hairs of, like, African Americans, so I cannot say if this is what the texture of their hair look like, but maybe like a type 3 or type 1, guys, I don't know. But if you want a hair that is closer to a type 4 texture, you should get this baby. This baby is, yeah, the Afro one, the one that comes like this, and not the one that comes. I actually got 2 of these too, guys. I got 2 of these and 2 of these, so that I can have one of each, and if I really have to sell off, I can still have just to make my tutorials, because you know I have a lot of tutorials I make on this training head. So what else would you want to know about their length? This is 14 inches, this is 8 or 10. Is there any other thing you would want to know? So guys, if I am to choose, again I can say it depends, because you can see the length of this hair is short. The length of this hair, when it comes in its curly state, guys, that's all you get. So if you're going to be making like those ponytail type of, just a hairstyle that you need long hair for, you should absolutely get this baby. But if you want a hair that looks closer to type 4 hair, closer to like a human being's, like my hair, closer to my hair is this baby. This hair is closer to my hair. Like when I touch her hair and touch my hair, it's really close. It's like 70% close in texture, but this one is like 20%. Guys, can you remember that first time when, I can say for Nigerians, there was a time when they started making, like years back before human hair came out, when companies now learned how to make synthetic hair look like human hair. They would call it human hair just because it wasn't looking rubbery. It wasn't like those rubberish type of plastic type of synthetic hair again. It was now like the hairs could stand apart. There were weave-ons then. I can remember that when you fix on your hair, it would just fly open like this, and we'll say that was human hair. It was like the higher level of synthetic hair. That's what this hair feels like. I can remember a very, very particular hair, because I made that hair also that time, and you could flat iron it, but once the temperature gets high, it just burns it off. Like that higher quality of synthetic hair, not this recent quality of synthetic hair. Now there are blends, synthetic and human hair blend, so it's better. But like just synthetic blend, just synthetic hair that trying to look like human hair, that's what this texture feels like. But you get what I'm saying. This head, if I spray water on this head and shake it off, it will just splash all over the place without anything seeping into the hair. But if I do that for this hair, it is going to absorb some of it. So I don't know if having a closer look is going to help. This hair has bits of gray hair on it, which is nice. This one really doesn't. So you can see this hair is also darker. So for me, if I have to choose, apart from the fact that I want to be making hairstyles that will require long hair, I would stick to this. But I think I am going to make, in short, if you're making like braiding hairstyles, you don't need the extra length of this hair. If you're making like box braid, you don't need the extra length. But even when you're making cornrows, this hair can get long up to like here when you braid it till. I've done several tutorials using this mannequin head, and you can see it on my channel. Once you see Nkechi on it, you know that's this baby. I don't know if I am going to keep this. If I will give her a name, and I wish I can make them up just to make them feel better, but they found a place in my business, and we are all together. These people actually trying to replicate a black woman. Like, it's just nice to see mannequins that are not like white and not ugly hair, but you get what I mean. Coming up at the end of the video, so just keep watching. These are some of the pictures I took trying to cup the heart delicately so that you can see it. God, this is so embarrassing. Everything was just black and black and black, and it wasn't showing. But I hope with this